10 things to remember on your path to success. Only the most resilient individuals are able to persevere through the arduous journey required to achieve true and lasting success. Here are 10 tips to keep in mind as you work toward your goal. Number 1. Intrinsic motivation. It's a well-established fact in psychology that people are driven to take action by their own internal incentives. Doing what your parents want you to do, what other people think is successful, or letting external factors dictate your actions are all examples of extrinsic motivation, which differs from intrinsic motivation because it is derived from within. What drives you on an intrinsic level is what you care about deeply and believe in. It's more dangerous than most things people do. But keep in mind that if you are doing it for the wrong reasons, that is because you think that people will like it, you'll never give it all of your best. Motivated by deep conviction, you'll produce work of exceptional quality. Number 2. Learning never stops. If you thought that getting an advanced degree was the end of your education, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. No one should ever stop learning. Learn something new today, and it may completely alter how you viewed a problem yesterday. You aren't planning on giving it up, are you? Be sure that real education is a constant in your life. Do not stop learning. Keep up with your reading, pursue your interests, participate in conferences, and maintain deep, meaningful relationships with other smart people. After all, your brain is the key to success in your life, so use it. Positivity is a thing. If you take the first step on your road to success, you can expect both good and bad things along the way. Positive people are not naive idealists, but rather they are grounded in reality in ways that negative people are not. The distinction is in how each person reacts to adversity. Being optimistic is the most practical attitude to take. From my perspective, if something bad or unexpected has happened to you, are you going to sit around moping about how terrible life is and let yourself be drenched in the negativity? Or you are saying that, okay, this just happened, let's take a few deep breaths and start thinking of a solution. Starting with the assumption that you will fail is a surefire way to guarantee that you will succeed. Persevere in your pursuit of success, and when setbacks do occur, focus on how to overcome them rather than dwelling on the setbacks themselves. Hard work will pay off. Although you're aware of it, you seem to forget it whenever life becomes more challenging or hectic. I'll give you something to think about. How convinced are you that instant gratification is the key to a happy and successful life? I certainly hope not. Because instant gratification can only bring you to fleeting, unsustainable joy. If you want the real deal, you have to put in the time and effort it takes to achieve it for as long as it takes. Keeping yourself motivated then when everything requires work and results seem far off is challenging. But when you find yourself in those moments of doubt, recall the reasons you began. Quit things that are not making you happy. Many people tell me, no, I can't do what I really want to do because I have my job and I don't have the time, or I can't take the risk of leaving. Sorry to burst your bubble, but success often requires stepping into the unknown and taking the risks. Don't let something that isn't working for you, be it a job or relationship, prevent you from achieving the great things you have always dreamt of. The road ahead isn't all unicorn and rainbows, and we know that frightens you. If you force yourself to do something you despise every day, you will never be happy or able to reach your full potential. Let's go off the things that bring you down and make room for the things you truly enjoy. Knowing yourself is essential. While it may seem redundant to state the obvious, I have found that few people spend much more time getting to know who they are. It's crucial to be able to concentrate on the things that matter. So it's a good idea to take a break every once in a while and think about your life, your goals, and your motivation, and your mental state. Successful people all share a common trait: the ability to look within themselves. Take a moment to check with your emotional state every once in a while. To what end am I taking these actions? How satisfying do I find my job to be? This will not only help you see things more plainly and clearly, but it will also lead you to resources you had previously overlooked. Creative thinking. Avoid getting stuck in ruts at any cost. Strive to see the big picture and make unexpected connections. You should be able to make the use of everything you have learned, but also push past it. When the tried and true methods are no longer producing desirable results, you must cast aside all bias and be willing to venture down roads not yet trodden. If you want to make something that stands out from the crowd, you need to think outside the box and find answers that no one else has considered. What you need to take away from this is the realization that you can think outside the box if you so choose. Avoid conventional wisdom and forge your own path. Don't lose that spark. The ignition key is your inborn abilities, dogged pursuit of excellence, and big picture vision. You may feel like giving up when times get tough. That's the turning point, what determines whether or not you reach your goals in life. When you're living your life in accordance with your deepest convictions, you'll always feel a fire burning inside you that you can't put out. When asked about how he dealt with all the rejection he was facing, the famous American writer Charles Bukowski said, "Don't quit. Save that tiny little ember of spark." So don't ever let them get close to that spark. Because of it, they can reignite the biggest fire. Number 9, yes, I'm saying it, follow your intuition. We shouldn't discount the wisdom of this advice just because it has become a cliche. Even the most obvious rules can be disregarded at times. You always know what you want to do on the inside, so why not just do it? You can put this into practice with minor matters first and then progress to major choices later. I'm not advocating acting on impulse. You should always keep that in mind and give them serious considerations whenever you have to make a choice. Even though your loved ones mean well and want to help, you should always consult your own judgment first. And finally, number 10, the road is paved with failure. A seemingly incongruous ending for an essay about achievement. The ability to never fail at anything is a myth. Achieving extraordinary results is impossible if you always opt for the path of least resistance. In the same year that Leonardo da Vinci completed The Last Supper at the age of 46, Steve Jobs was fired from the company he co-founded. None of these factors, however, diminished the success of any of them. The fact that you can't manage everything means you should prepare for setbacks of varying sizes. And this is where ambition enters the picture. While failure itself does not define a loser, refusing to pick yourself up again and try again and again surely does.